popping up. There we go. Holy crap, that took a long time for notifications. What's up, Owen? What's going on, buddy? I know it's been a hot minute. I do live. I didn't think I was going to live. I've been sick for like over a week, guys. It was gross. I'm doing all right. I'm feeling well enough that I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a live stream. How's that sound? To make this happen. Sorry, I'm trying to get the rest of my channel, trying to get it all on my computers and feeds and all the things going. Okay. Alrighty. Here we go. Thursday night. Let's go. I'm even going to put on my jacket, you guys. Boom. We're going to put the jacket on. Oh, there we go. Jacket's on. Hat's on. Phone's ready. We're rolling. We're going to do this. Let's make it happen. Let me troll some people on. Man. Oh. Yes, Jose, they are real guns. They're real guns. Welcome to my channel. Hope everyone's had a good day today. So I'm going to try to even this out a little bit. See how that looks. Big Cat, hi. Do I look Turkish? That's weird. I didn't know. I know some Turkish people, and I don't. I feel like I'm not quite as. Well, there's a couple things that are a little different about me than most of the Turkish people that I know. We're gonna try this. Is that better? Is that better? Thank you, Christopher. It's been like 10 days since I've been on, so I feel that. Welcome everybody. So we got some really cool news. I have selected a date for our giveaway, for the big channel giveaway. Thank you, Average. I got you pinned. Thanks, bud. So, Leroy, I will do a close-up on the AK here in just a second. So, here on Below Average Utah Dad, and I apologize, everybody. I got sick last week, and like I could barely talk. Yes, Leela, they are. I could barely talk, and I just didn't have energy. I mean, you guys saw in my push-ups video, I barely was like able to do push-ups. Like it was rough. So, but if you're new to the channel, we got 17 people watching. I get the feeling this is going to be not a super high viewer stream. Although that would be great if we got more people in here. Welcome. I hope that you have fun tonight. I've been offline for about 10 days. But we are giving away a Pew Pew here on the channel. We're going to be giving away a Gen 3 Glock clone here on the channel from PSA. It's one that I paid for out of pocket. It's going to have a custom slide from Stifler Manufacturing. It has been ordered. We have the magazines right here for it. I would show you the lower, but they'll flag me. You're going to get an optic for it, right there. So you get an optic, you get 2 magazines. It's a Glock 19 clone from Palmetto State Armory with a custom slide from Stifler Manufacturing. So we are going to be giving that away. And the date for the giveaway is going to be Sunday, November 20th. So we're going to do the giveaway stream on Sunday, November 20th. I want everybody to make sure that you mark that date in your calendar. If you are not subscribed, you want to be subscribed. That's how you get entered to win in the drawing. If you want more than one entry, you can buy a membership or you can gift a membership. If you gift a membership, I will reach out to you on a live stream. I'll talk to you and I'll find out what the amount was, and then we'll make sure that you have not only the number of entries for the dollar amount that you bought a membership for, but we will give you extra entries for the number of memberships that you purchased. So, yeah, Anthony, we can talk a little bit about that. I think Glock is kind of just like, Glock's a good company. It's not even like the SIG thing. There's nothing wrong with the Glock pistols. It's that there's a really easy way to make them very illegal, and Glock is getting sued as a company by like 12 states, and I get why they're changing their product, because it's not worth keeping the product as it is. There's enough clone companies that are out there that if you really wanted to be able to do what people do to make the Glock more spicy, you can still do that. And I get it. We've seen other companies get completely thrown under the bus and gone because of lawsuits like this. So, hey, what's going on, bud? Yeah, I'm well enough now. So we are. So I'm going to do a live stream. Thank you, Desert Armory. Oh, that's right. It's not shooting. Why isn't it turning? Why is it stuck? There we go. Man, that was depressing. I would love to get a super safety. I've got a couple. I have this ARP right here, this 9mm ARP. I think it'd be great to get a super safety for that. That's something that we might do on the channel in the future. I mean, you guys, you as the subscribers, you guys are the ones that really direct like the kind of content that I make. I have to be careful right now because I've got a strike still on the channel, so I've been putting out very nothing that could potentially get me flagged further. But yeah, like I let you guys vote on what kind of products we buy, what kind of guns we buy. Like, I'll try ammo. If you guys have something, like if you guys, I know Demolition Ranch has done this. If you guys build body armor and you want me to shoot homemade body armor, send it to me. I'll shoot it. If there's something you want me to do, I've got some giveaway products that one of our channel fans sent to us. He sent us some stuff, so we got some stuff that we want to give away. If we get the stream going and we get a lot of people in here, maybe we can do a giveaway tonight. That would be super awesome. Thank you, Anthony. But the big thing is we have the announcement for the date. We're doing the pistol giveaway on November 20th. That's a Sunday. That's about a week. Or I'm sorry, November 22nd. Sunday, November 22nd. That gives everybody time if they're going to go visit family for Thanksgiving. It gives them time before they're going to travel. It's a Sunday evening. It's usually slow. Man. So I'm really excited about that. That should also give me time that the next day, once I have within that week, once I have the FFL information, I can take it to my supply or my FFL, and then we can get the pistol transfer taken care of. So, yeah. What is going on? Sorry, I'm trying to read the chat and catch up. But, thank you, Flubbergrass. Matthew, dude, it'd be super sick to watch you do some work on food access in Utah. So have you worked on food access? Food access is community self-defense. I bet there are folks. Matthew, what do you mean? Expand on that a little bit. What do you mean with food access? You're talking about like just in general food access, because there's a lot of different, like obviously there's your staples, there's your Kroger, your Smiths, your Walmart, your Safeways and things like that. There's a lot of small businesses that still exist here. I mean, you've got Winco, which isn't a small business, but it kind of is because it's employee owned. So Winco still exists out here. We have a place called it's called the NPS store, but it's like a super discounted store that's locally owned. There's a lot of things that people can do. I know, like here in Utah, there is anybody that has kids in school here in Utah, they should have gotten about a week ago. Gennaro, I just said we're going to do it on November 22nd. We're going to do it about a week before Thanksgiving. That way I have time to get your FFL information, whoever wins, and I can go to my FFL and we can get it shipped off, and whoever wins will have the pistol by Christmas. So that's always been the goal, is that once we hit 10,000, yeah, no, you're good. That once we hit 10,000 subscribers, we're going to do a pistol giveaway. I've got most of the parts. I'm waiting for the trigger. The trigger doesn't come in time because I know Delta Team has got some stuff going on. I'm going to pull my trigger out, so I'll give you my trigger, and I'll just wait for the new trigger to come in and replace it. I'll pull it out of my my lower receiver. I might even just, if you guys don't mind for the giveaway, if the trigger doesn't come, I might even just say, do you guys want black or tan for the giveaway? Because I have the black lower receiver for the giveaway, or I have an exact one like that, but it's FDE. It's Desert Tan. So, what's up, Ammo? What's going on, bud? Yeah, so no, Matthew, that's a great thing to bring up. I was gonna say, in here in Utah, I know about a week ago, I mean, I'm not like exuberantly wealthy. I'm not like other Utah influencers. I'm not a Zach's Jerry Rig Everything. I'm not a Reloading Weatherby. I'm not one of those guys. I do okay because I work really hard on my other job, but about a week ago, even because I have kids in school, I got a letter from the school district that said that if my family was struggling with access to food during the government shutdown, because there's a lot of people that are affected by it, that I could fill out the form, and they would provide at the end of the day, the students could pick up basically, box lunches or whatever to bring home so that everyone in the family had food, which is amazing. The fact that, and they said that it wasn't being paid for by tax dollars, it was being paid for by private donors and charities in Utah. So the fact that like Utah has that, it's amazing that there are people that are willing to donate that. I have a pretty good idea where a lot of those donations come from. There's a really large religious organization here in Utah, and they're fairly well known for self-reliance and having like farms and like all kinds of things. And it's probably a lot coming from them. And I know that they have put out the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the Mormons. They've put out a lot of things saying that people that are affected by the government shutdown, they can go volunteer at the bishop's storehouses where they do food. It's basically a church food bank that they run, and you can get like groceries and stuff by volunteering for like 8 hours. So it's a really neat. It's really great that they're doing that. I know a lot of people. Where you stand on whether or not Mormons are Christians and things like that, I think that's up to you. I'm pretty sure God is okay with the Mormons. But yeah, Anthony, yes, there are some that do. I'm not going to say the names of those places because they come in batches, but they do get them every once in a while and they do sell them. But yeah, I think it's really great the way that And I think it's really telling about different states and different cities, the way that they're preparing for, November 1st, potentially SNAP and EBT with the Democrats. And I'm going to call it, you're not going to hear this, you're going to hear politicians from both sides. I'm not a politician, I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Libertarian, I'm not an independent. I'm a constitutional conservative. The House of Representatives have passed a budget. It's sitting at the Senate. The Democrat senators continue to vote no on the budget. They're keeping the shutdown. They can say that it's the Republicans because they say, well, the Republicans own all three branches. They have all three branches, but you still have to have a 3/5 majority in the Senate for a budget to pass. And there's only 55 Republicans in the Senate, and there are 45 Democrats. You still need 5 Democrats to agree to it. There's one Republican who isn't, Rand Paul. He hasn't voted yes yet. And there's one Democrat who has been voting, and that's Pennsylvania. What's his name? John Fetterman. So, yeah, they only need like 5 or 6 votes. The last one that I saw, it was 45-55. So they needed 5 more votes. But that's the thing that's going on. So you're going to see lots of things in social media, you're going to hear it on the news, you're going to hear lots of different things. I would highly recommend, because you are all educated people. I believe that humans, and especially Americans, are a lot smarter than the average politician believes. Go check out C-SPAN. C-SPAN has the breakdown of exactly who is voting yes and who is voting no and what things they vote on every single day. By the way, our Senate and our Congress, like all of Congress, the House of Representatives and the Senate, and the President and all those people, politicians are still getting paid. Military is getting paid because of private funding at this point, because of a private donor, but like government employees, IRS employees, FBI agents, ATF agents, as much as I don't like the ATF, the fact that there are agents that are good agents that are out there that are working still and aren't getting paid, the ICE agents that are out there trying to keep our borders safe, like, they're not getting paid. So, yeah. What's going on? What am I missing? Anyways, so, but, so if you're struggling, if there's something like that going on, please, email me. You guys know that my email's out there. I'm in the military. I have access to a lot of different resources. If you're in the military and you're struggling, there's something going on because of the shutdown, and there's certain things that, I don't know what the pay structure is looking like for the military right now. I don't know if everybody's getting all of their pay, if they're only getting some of their pay. That wasn't really made clear to me with some of the guys that I work with. I know that I'm a government contractor, and I know that my contract ends tomorrow. They're no longer going to fund my contract after tomorrow until the government gets turned back on. So even I am going to be affected. My company is going to basically let me ride the bench. They're gonna take care of me for as long as they can. If there's work that another contract has, they might be able to pull me into that. But like, I'm going to probably have to just take leave for the next 3 weeks that I was saving up because it's my 20th anniversary next year. But I'm gonna have to take that so that I don't lose my job. What are we at for likes? What are we at for likes? Let's set some goals. Let's set some goals for the stream. We're at 75 people watching. Let's see if we can keep people in here. How many likes do we have? My screen doesn't refresh properly on the screen that I have. I have a big 55-inch screen and it doesn't refresh the likes. So let me see. We're at 12 likes. Okay, there's 75 people watching. We have 12 likes. If we can get to, let's do this. We will do a toast if we get to 100 likes. All right? So if we can get to 100 likes, we'll do a toast. We'll even do bourbon. I don't have great bourbon. If somebody wants to send me some good bourbon or any good liquor at all for toasts, that would be awesome. I think the most expensive liquor that I have in there is Aviation Gin. But we'll do a bourbon. We'll do a shot of bourbon. We'll do a toast. Um, if we get to 100 likes. If we can get to 200 likes tonight, we'll do a giveaway. I have some fun things that somebody sent to me in the mail that he said I could give it away. So I'll do a couple of giveaways if we can get to 200 likes. And one of the things is kind of cool. I kind of want to keep it, but I also kind of want to give it away. And then, like I said, if we get to 12,000 subscribers, I will give away an optic. I do have an extra optic that we're giving away as part of the gun giveaway. So arrogant, that's a great question. I have never been wasted, and I have consumed a lot of alcohol before. I've never been blackout drunk, but I have consumed enough where I've been like, I'm afraid that if I drink more, I'm going to get like blackout drunk, and I don't want to experience that. So I usually just casually have maybe 1 or 2 beers when I'm with buddies, if I'm doing something, or like on here. You'll see when I do a shot, it's like, I don't do a shot glass. This is my toast glass, my whiskey, bourbon, scotch sniffer, and I usually fill it up like a good 1.5 inches. It's like three shots in one. So on X today, somebody was talking to me about Snap and EBT, and he was telling me that I didn't know what I was talking about. I was like, you don't have any right to talk about what's healthy and what's not. He's like, you're fat and you're built like this, and I was like, okay. There was a guy that was like calling me fat, and I was like, clearly this dude has never been to any of my channel content and seen that I make fun of the fact that I'm fat. That I go to the gym regularly, I exercise, I run, I ride bikes, I do all of that. I've just always been fat. I've been thick. I've been thinner, but even when I finished like basic training for the Air Force, I mean like where you're getting yelled at to not eat food. What's up, Dallas? Where you're getting yelled at like, don't eat food, you're fat, blah 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 blah. Like I was like $180 when I came out of basic training, and I still like I was toned, and I looked pretty good. I was thinner everywhere except here. I still had like the muffin top crap. So I've always had that, man. It's just always existed. So it doesn't matter like when I came back from my deployment last year, and I was hitting the gym hard. Like it was one of the strongest I'd ever been. I mean, I was doing like, for me it was the strongest I'd ever been. I was doing like 65, 70 pound hammer curls. I was doing like sets of 25, and I was doing like 4 sets of that, like 4 times a week. Like I was in good shape, and I still weighed like 210 pounds, and still had just like it was just there. It's always been there. It's never gone away since I was in high school. Like, yeah, he called me fat, but it's fine. I don't care. He called me fat because like they were talking about EBT, and we were talking about things, and I was like, EBT, like I don't have a problem with it. I have a problem with the way that it's done now. I don't like the idea of, here's a credit card, go spend it on anything that says EBT and SNAP approved. Because that's where you get people that they'll go and buy highly processed foods. They're going to go buy a hamburger helper. They're going to go buy, which hamburger helper isn't inherently bad. But they're going to go buy instant potatoes. They're going to go buy potato chips. They're going to go buy tortilla chips. They're going to buy, white processed bread, the cheapest white processed bread, instead of spending, $1.50 more on whole grain bread. It's things like that that really, that's why here in America, like nations that are wealthy have higher obesity than nations that are not. Because with wealth, people sometimes don't make the right choices, or they consume more. That's natural. What's interesting about America, unlike every other wealthy nation that's out there, so basically first world nations, is that the most unhealthy and obese in America are actually the lowest income. We have obese and unhealthy people that are wealthy, but by far and much larger is the disparity of poorer people being unhealthy and obese. And only in America is that the case, because only in America, instead of here is groceries that are actual groceries like carrots and fresh chicken and fresh beef and beans and lentils and tomatoes and potatoes and lettuce. Instead of that kind of food, we say, here is $2,500 in food. Go spend it on food that you can afford at the grocery store. As long as it says EBT SNAP, you can buy it. So they go to the gas station and get soda, and they put a lid on it, and then when they walk out, they put a straw on it. So then they've got soda, or they buy cookies, and they buy cake, and they buy all these things that are highly processed and highly refined sugars. Like, the guy got mad at me because I said a bag of potatoes, a 5-pound bag of potatoes, costs $7. And he says, potatoes are starch. I was like, yeah, but they're also protein and fiber, and they're satiating. Potatoes are considered the most satiating food that is a vegetable that you can eat because it fills you up. It's whole, it's real, it's not overly processed. Like, you can bake a potato, throw some salt on it, throw some pepper on it, a little bit of fresh cheese, and you've got a meal that's healthy, that's filling, that is, 500 or 600 calories, if it's a big potato, and you're well under well under the 2,000 calories a day by eating something like that. And that's a real food. Mix some eggs in with it. You've got breakfast that's super healthy, super energetic, super fibrous, super good for you, like great macros. And that's what I mean. It's just crazy. And then he's like, oh, so you're saying people can't have cookies? I'm like, no, I'm not saying that. I think people should have cookies. I love cookies. I love cookies and pie and cake and ice cream and all that shit. Okay? What I'm saying is, you can't have cookies and pie and cake and chips and soda for every meal. And a lot of times that's what happens. I get on my own kids for that, where they're like, oh man, I'm hungry, I want a snack. Cool, go make a grilled cheese. Go make a potato. Go make some pasta. And it's like, I'm just gonna eat this candy bar. I'm gonna eat some Twinkies. No, that's not real food. It's so frustrating. Yeah, canned chicken. I think that's what you're saying, Rock Lobster. Oh yeah, you can do all kinds of cool things. I mean, like I buy like low carb wraps because they tend to be lower calorie, way higher fiber. They're better for you. They don't taste as good. They're like, if you've got an abuelita that can make you some freaking like real lard and flour and salt tortillas, like, don't buy low carb wraps. Please just go and eat abuelita's tortillas. All right, but yeah, I think that it should be, honestly, Seuss, I think that if they wanted to really make, I'm like 230 right now and I'm 5'10". I think you're fine, especially if you're exercising, if you're healthy, if you're fit. Like, weight doesn't determine like fitness. But yeah, like dude, you can buy those low carb wraps or even low carb bread. It costs more, so you're sacrificing that. But I would love to see like EBT and SNAP get revamped so it's more like WIC, where it's, vouchers or whatever for specific food items.
Another card in TCG Pocket.
Is
this
that
is the immersive
Melmetal?
This is the Blaziken card. Not only is Melmetal on here, but if
So
you look,
everyone else?
Greninja's also on
Shout out times 20. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Stifler? Hey, thanks, bud. Stiff, I forgot to ask you, the slide that you're sending, is that cut for an optic? Does that have an MOS cut on it? I think I put that in the request, but I might not have. Yeah, it's unfortunate because like I really don't like seeing people that are struggling. I've been there. I've been on food stamps when I needed it. I was laid off from a job. They laid off a bunch of people. And not because I wasn't doing a good job. I was very good at what I was doing for cyber. It was just that a contract ended and we got laid off. And I went on food stamps. And I can tell you, like, this is what's so dangerous about EBT and SNAP is it is so hard because of how much you get. This country is so generous about it. Like, I had to go find a job that paid because of like what I was getting with unemployment and what I had in savings. I basically had to go find a job that like I had to go find a $10,000 raise because of how much money we were getting in paying for fresh groceries. We bought cookies, but we were smart. Like we knew how to buy. Oh, thank you, Stiff. Rock, welcome. Thanks, bud. So yeah, I would love to see EBT kind of revamped to look more like WIC, where it's like, here's your thing, and it where it would be more of a pain in the butt, but where it's like, here's your gallon of milk for this week, here's a dozen eggs, here's a pound of beef, here's fresh beans or canned beans that you can go get, here's corn, here's lettuce, here's flour, here's a couple boxes of cereal that you can go get. And probably not like Captain Crunch, but like you can get, I don't know, like frosted mini wheats, like something that is at least trying to be healthy. You know, whole grain bread, not Wonder Bread, that kind of stuff. Yeah, and it's like, did I miss something? Yeah, and I mean, like, and I get it, man. There's people out there, Seuss, I know you're one of those guys, like, there's people out there that need help. I am a generous person. I've always tried to be generous. I have a business that I run from home. I had a kid show up at my house the other day with this computer. He brought in like a nice gaming computer, and it was dead. It wasn't working at all. If this would have been like a business that asked for my help, I could have charged that business $500 to do what I did for this kid. And I didn't charge him anything. I try to help people. I give away computers. I'm giving away a gun. When people hit like on my streams 150 times or whatever, I send them a freaking giant mug that's insulated that's like $50. I like to give things away to people. I like to be generous. I like to help people. I think most Americans are that way. I think we know that this is a great country and this is a great place and we are blessed. I think there's just a few people that take advantage of it and it's become a hot topic. And so when you have people like me who recognize the need for it, but also recognize how it's abused, like it's hard to remain objective and not talk about it in a heated way. It's just one of those things that happens and you just start to wonder, again, kind of like Ukraine, kind of like Israel, kind of like NATO. I don't think we need to pull out of all those places. I don't think it's good for the world or for America to completely cut all those things off. I don't think it's good to just write them a blank check. I don't think it's good to just not ask when they bomb indiscriminately or when they do whatever they want indiscriminately. But I do think it's important to support those things that help keep us safe, the people that work and are trying to find work. I don't think that we should pay people $25 an hour to cook French fries. That was another thing that came up. This is a very political stream. But I'm on a roll, so I'm gonna. Thank you, Edge. Thank you. But yeah, and I get it when people are like the people that are on Snap, they're working in these low wage jobs. If we just paid them more, it's like that's not the way that it works. Like we need to encourage people, like not to work in low wage jobs. Like try to move up, try to improve your skills, try to find another avenue of income. Like I get it. There's some people that aren't going to be capable of being. Not everybody can be a computer scientist. I can barely be a computer scientist. But everybody could probably learn how to reasonably change a car's oil or change a tire or replace a part on a car. Go work in an automotive shop. Is it fun? Is it hard work? No, it's not fun. Yes, it's hard work. But are you going to make more? Yeah. Not everybody can learn to be a welder, but some people could. You know, not everybody can learn to be a plumber, but some people could. Not everybody can learn to be a sous chef and be like an actual culinary expert. Some people can. It's people that refuse to try to empower themselves and improve their station. Because here's the thing, life is hard. Life is always hard. All right, I learned this from someone, from my dad, actually. Life is hard. When you're here, life is hard because you're working all the time to be here. Now, if life falls down to here, it sucks and it's hard. So you can work to stay here, you can work to go up here, or you can not work, but it's going to be hard because your lifestyle is down here. So there's you can work as hard as you are and be complacent where you are. You can work less and have it be worse, or you can sometimes work a little more and have it be better and make this the new normal. And then it shifts down. And then you're constantly improving upon yourself. Like, it's a hard concept, but also it's why we have people like Elon Musk, who started eBay, you know, freaking back in a garage, and now he's in charge of, he bought Tesla and improved Tesla, who wasn't selling cars or designing anything, and then they were, and who started SpaceX, who was blowing shit up all the time and wasn't successful. Now they're like the #1 producer and supplier of space exploration or whatever. So, oh man. However people that get to that point. Yeah, and that's what I mean, is like it's Charlie, I get, you can say that it's all from wealthy parents. Like, not everything's from wealthy parents, man. Not everybody has wealthy parents. There are plenty of people that don't have wealthy parents that are still well off because they work hard. You can't just always say it's because of wealthy parents. All right? Even Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who I despise, all right? She now works for Congress. She is a representative. She's in Congress. She's in the House of Representatives. She's a politician. I'm not saying she works super hard, but she had to at least work hard enough to convince the people of New York that she deserved to be their representative, and now she makes $250,000 a year. All right? Now, are her kids going to be well off if she ever has kids? Because I don't think she has any. Probably. But she had to get to that point. Like, I don't like politicians, but even politicians have to, like, somebody didn't just wake up one day and was like, I'm going to get this group of people to elect me so that I can get paid lots of money. It's not that easy. Yeah, everybody go subscribe to Tactical Llama. Tactical Llama's a great guy. AR, Evan, AR. Definitely an AR-15. I know I was talking about Elon Musk. I know that Elon Musk comes from a wealthy family. Okay, I get that. All right, I know that Trump comes from a wealthy family. But there are lots of people who are wealthy now that didn't come from wealthy families. Jeff Bezos was not wealthy, and he's one of the wealthiest people in the world. He was not wealthy beforehand. Friggin' Tim Cook and Steve Jobs were not wealthy people. They had student loans. They went to friggin' Caltech, and they took out a bunch of student loans. And then when they graduated, they went to work in Silicon Valley, and they built their organizations. Like, yeah. Anyways, but enough about money, enough about Snap, enough about things like that. Let's talk about what you guys really want to talk about. Let's talk about guns. Let's talk about some things that are developing. Let's talk about the giveaway. Let's talk about stuff that's super fun. Okay, you guys, we're doing a giveaway on the channel. We're giving away a PSA dagger. It's a little bit different than this one, but could be very similar to this one. It's going to come with an optic. Going to come with a Glock 19 style lower. 2 magazines. You're going to get a 15 round magazine and a 17 round magazine. You're going to get an optic. slide firing mechanisms, pin and everything, or striker, and barrel from Stifler Manufacturing. So we're really excited for that. That giveaway is going to be on the Sunday before Thanksgiving. So mark that down. I believe that's November 22nd. Should be November 22nd. The 27th is on a Thursday. 23rd. November 23rd. I'll get the date right one of the days. So we're doing that giveaway on November 23rd. And that's so that whoever wins gets it by Christmas. So if you win, you have to be on the stream. You have to be on the live stream. Yes, I will do a close-up of the guns. But you have to be on the live stream on Sunday, November 23rd. We will do it probably towards the end of the stream. So you got to stick around. We'll talk a little bit. But yeah, we're going to do the live stream. We're going to do that giveaway. It'll be exciting. I'm hoping we can do some other giveaways. I'm hoping that we get to 12,000 by then so that I can also give away the other optic. I'd like to give a couple of things away. Maybe I'll find like a Nerf gun. Maybe we'll see if we can get some other things that'd be fun to give away. So yeah, November 23rd. I know, I said it the 20th and then I put the 22nd. I'm sorry. Because like I knew that the 27th, so November 27th is Thanksgiving, and so I was thinking, oh yeah, a week before Thanksgiving, but it's not a week before Thanksgiving, it's 4 days beforehand. And I was thinking, oh yeah, it's like 5 days before Thanksgiving. And I was like, no, that doesn't make sense. So yeah, I'll look at a count. There'll be a post about it. I'll do a short, and I'll make sure I have a script. You guys know I run by the seat of my pants on my live streams. Brody, what's going on, man? Rodney, what's going on, man? Get a car 15? What's a car 15? What is that some kind of AR? I have a couple of AR. Do they have it in 300 blackout or 6mm arc? I actually think I kind of want to get like 224 Valkyrie is pretty cool, but I kind of want to get a 6mm AR. I know I'm supposed to find things that are more practical. I said I'd like. Oh, an AR short barrel? That'd be cool. Maybe after the first of the year when like the NFA stuff is supposed to disappear, or at least whatever. So, yeah, I'll look it up. That would be cool. Man, everybody, we were at like 100 people, and then they just all fell off. What's up, Biz? Yeah, I was sick for like a week and a half. So it's an SBR. It's an M16 that's an SBR. Cool. Yeah, it would be really cool. It would be cool to get anything that's pre-banned. It's just I could probably build one. To look just like it. It just wouldn't be full auto. So yeah, that's what I would do, is I would build one. I'm a big fan of building or assembling. That's been brought up. I don't know 327 Federal. Yes, Jeremiah, they are my boomsticks. Tyler, I've been doing pretty well. I was sick for about a week and a half, so that's why I haven't been on. Seriously, I mean, who knows? Maybe when we hit 20,000 subscribers, I think I said, so we're doing the giveaway at 12,000 for the optic. Maybe when we hit like 25,000 subscribers, maybe I'll give away an AR. That would be fun. So, and also for those of you that have done this, I appreciate everybody who has gone and followed me on X. I'm able to do a lot more on X. I can speak up a lot more about a lot more subjects, kind of like we start off with here, but I can be a lot more vocal about it. Yeah, Rodney, we're actually giving away a PSA dagger here on the channel at the end of November. On November 23rd, the Sunday before Thanksgiving, we're giving away a PSA dagger custom built by me and Stifler Manufacturing. So, yeah, dude, Rock Lobster. I saw that on X and I was like, oh, this is gonna make great content. And then I think I think that video, I think it's gotten like 10 views. I'm pretty sure that it's been just like most of the stuff that I posted today on Facebook or on YouTube has, yeah, it's got 100 views. That video has 100 views. So thanks, YouTube. You're great. And then my other video with the where I one-handed charge the 4570. Yeah, it's been up for 3 hours, 34 views. Tell me you hate guns and all gun content creators without telling me. That's why I love doing live streams when I'm feeling well enough, because man, like they can stop the shorts and the long form content from doing well. They can keep it out of the algorithm, but they can't keep you guys from coming in here and having a good time and sharing it with your friends and getting people to want to view and watch and like they can't stop live. The only way they can stop live streams is if they strike the channel. And as long as I don't have strikes on the channel, as long as I'm not actively struck down, like, we will try to do live streams. We're going to grow the channel. We're going to keep getting views. We're going to keep earning revenue. We're going to keep getting donors. And we're going to keep buying more guns. And we're going to make more content. And soon they won't be able to stop it because it'll be like one of the bigger channels. But we're also going to keep going on X, because that is where we can be really free and they can't stop us. And eventually, like, that's going to be where the channel resides a lot of. But let's go ahead and do some close-ups. So here we go. I'm going to show you right here. Actually, I'm going to do this real quick so I can move some stuff. There's some of the guns. Look at that. It's fancy. All right. Let's go like this. So, okay, I'm going to come back over here. So if you want to support the channel, follow me on Twitter or X, TNDBaker06. You can donate on YouTube, or you can donate to Cash App, Below Average Utah Dad. That is the lower that I purchased for the giveaway. However, if on the day of the giveaway, if people really would prefer the black, I'll do the black instead. But we've got this lower, we've got an upper receiver coming, a slide and barrel and everything that's going to be this color from Stifler Manufacturing. We've got this optic right here. You've got a Magpul magazine and a Glock magazine. So the 15-round magazine is the Glock one. Magpul is the 17-round one. So you're going to get two magazines. The box that the optic comes with. Yeah, we got good stuff. Good stuff coming. So that's the giveaway right there. If we get to, like I said, if we can get to 200, I'll show you guys over there. If we can get to 200 likes, we'll do a giveaway. But I can show you some of the things that somebody sent to me. So somebody sent me this. It's really cool. I mean, I think it's cool. I guess it's kind of cheesy. It's kind of gimmicky, but it's also kind of cool. Here we go. It is a bottle opener, but it's a 50 cal round. Check it out, guys. Bottle opener. So maybe we'll probably give that away here on the channel one of these days. But again, it's gonna be on a live stream, and it's gonna be when we get to a certain number of likes. With that, I also got some. Where are they? Where's the other things? Where's the other things and stuff? Oh, I can't find them. I'll have to find it. But I got some stickers, and I got a bandana, and I got some other things. All right. Let's look at, oh, wow. I'm way. There we go. Stray. I'm not going to do that. That My daughters wanted me to take a goofy picture, so I made a goofy face, and they took the picture, and that's what I did. It looks like somebody donated 99 cents. I did not realize that, so thank you. That might also have been somebody renewing their membership, so thank you. No holds barred. I carry a PSA Dagger Micro, so like a Glock 43X clone. So, someone asked about the revolver. That's my Colt Anaconda. You guys here on the channel, you donated, you watched lots of videos, and you guys voted, and you wanted me to get a Colt revolver, so I got one. This is kind of what the giveaway gun is going to look like. I'm going to put that pink optic on it. It's going to have the orange slide. It's going to have a red trigger just like this one. And it'll be that FDE, unless you guys really want the black one, in which case I'll just throw the slide on here and I'll attach the optic and we'll give away this one. It'll look kind of like that. There's that optic on the 19X clone right there. So that's the PSA Dagger full size. Here is the Norinco Type 56. It's always a fan favorite right there. We've got the Mossberg 930, so that's like a Benelli clone, or not quite a Benelli clone, but it's a Mossberg's answer to the Benelli. Got my Japanese shotgun, the SKB right here. We've got our Aero Precision 9mm AR pistol, SBR, with the Ordnance Group given to us by our friends over at Exotic Ammo flare launcher. That's right, my guns are plastic, Stray. They're all plastic. There's my Winchester Model 120. My Anderson Pony, but also Aero Precision AR-15, chambered in 223 Wild. There's the Henry Golden Boy in 4570. Still haven't shot that. I need to go shoot it. The Sears Roebuck Marlin Model 60. And then, of course, the Aero Precision AR-10 chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor. That's okay. I need to make a video with the Henry. I need to go to a range and do that. I just feel like it wouldn't be the same in an indoor range. I need to find a good outdoor range where I can go shoot like some steel plates or something. Courtney, you should get a new pistol. Don't get me wrong. An FRT is fun, but it would only be fun at the range. And it would be like, it'd be better to be more proficient on a pistol and get a new pistol than it would be to try to learn to be proficient with an FRT. Hold on, Hunter. Model 60. Hunter, I am right. It's a Model 60. So, pretty sure. I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm pretty sure I know my guns better than you guys know my guns. Some of you might know my guns better than me. But for 500, what pistol? What kind of pistols have you shot before, Courtney? Yeah, I do have. That's where I keep all my alcohol. It's down there. Like I said, if we get to 100 likes, then I'll do a toast and we'll do my bullet bourbon. Yeah, Courtney, depending on what your experience is, 9mm, like what brand, I mean. Like calibers are good to know. But like, what's your experience with, do you shoot Taurus? Do you shoot Glock? Do you shoot Colt? Do you shoot FN? Do you shoot Smith & Wesson? Canik and Glock? Well, I mean, for 500, you might be able to find a deal like on PSA. I like PSA because I think that they're a good value. They're not the best manufacturers out there. I'll never say that. But for $500, you could probably get like a saber dagger, which is pretty customized. It's kind of like the equivalent of a Shadow Systems, I would say. Little different, but kind of like PSA's answer to a Shadow Systems. Not just in California, all of the Gen 3, 4, and 5 Glocks that are not the 43X and like the 48 have been... So Canics are really good. What I like about Canic is they are not overly expensive. I think their quality is better than, say, a PSA or a Taurus. I don't think they're quite as good as, say, a Walther, but it's close. And yeah, their triggers are pretty smooth and pretty nice. But there are also Canics that are not as great. So yeah, you're gonna find somebody's gonna get a hold of the new V models for the Glocks, and they're gonna figure out. Like my guess is that the majority of the parts and aftermarket stuff that's all gonna work. It's really just the okay. It's really just the back plate that I think they've done to do stuff. So if you already have a Canic TP9, who is it? No, not for 500. I was thinking, I thought somebody had like a double stack 1911 that used Glock mags, but I think it's like $3,000 for that gun. Sorry. See, my guess is with the V models that it's not going to be as drastic as people think. Taurus GX4 is nice. My guess is with the V models is that there's probably going to be something like permanently attached to the rear end that makes so that you can still, you're probably going to be able to take apart the firing pin and the springs and stuff from the inside of the slide. My guess is you're not going to get to it from the outside. That's what I would do. I would make it so that you can't change it from the rear, and that's what allows the Glock series to work. But if you're really interested in, unless they change something drastic about the lower, the actual pistol part of the gun, then it's probably just going to be the slides that change. So in which case you could just order a regular slide and it should work. Borica, how's it going? Edward, no, it's a model 120. It's a Winchester 120. This is the only Mossberger that I own. It's a 930. Yeah, it's not hard. It's not hard to bump fire most pistols and everything. Pew Pew's here for his hatchet. He really wants that hatchet. Maybe that's one of the things that we'll give away on the stream. Thank you, Crisco. I'm glad that you feel that way. I try not to be mean on YouTube. I'm not very nice on X. Pew, I've been sick for like the last week and a half, man. I've been sick. Yeah, I mean, my daughter shoots. I told you I have the PSA Dagger Micro, so I have seen the Canic Meat Prime, and it's a very pretty gun. I haven't shot it, but I've seen it, and it looks very pretty. But my daughter has we are gay here. We're in the military for 20 years. We got to be a little bit gay. We stuck around that long. Like I said, my 16-year-old daughter, she shot that the comped micro dagger that I have, and she shoots it smooth as butter. You know, and 9mm out of a subcompact is not always easy to shoot. I try, dear. I try. But nice. That's the Diamondback, right? I don't know anybody else who has the abbreviations DB, so DB15, I'm thinking Diamondback Arms. Luke, I hunt birds now. I don't hunt game anymore. Just because I live in Utah and it's kind of a pain in the ass to hunt game in Utah. Yeah, it's not Navy gay. It's not like you go out looking for reasons to do gay stuff. It's like it comes your way and you're like, $20 is $20. So you just kind of go with it. I hear you, Seuss. So no, there is. It's just that Utah does a lottery for like deer and elk and moose and bear. You bid every year, and it's funny because like people are like, Utah doesn't have mil spec. Not the giveaway is going to be the giveaway for this pistol. Once I get the slide, and Stifler has sent me the slide. We're giving away this pistol on November 23rd. So yeah, they are. Worldwide, they're gay. Trust me. So that's fun, Courtney. What's up, Bo? Hey, Bo, I know you had talked with like Gunshots and Jade Chit. Were you able to get that piece manufactured for them? And did anybody ever send you a package from Alaska? You were supposed to get a patch from Alaska. If you didn't, then I need to call somebody. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna put this back up here. No. Go like that. Hopefully the quality of the streams improves here in the next month or so, because I'm gonna upgrade my cell phone and give my phone to my son, and I'm gonna take his phone, and then I'll stop using this really old iPhone to stream, and I'll use like an iPhone 14 to stream. That should help things get prettier. Anyways, there we go. Oh, Luke, I'm sorry, man. Well, hey, Luke, if you're subscribed to the channel, even though I can't send you a pistol, because we're giving one away here on the channel at the end of this month. But what I would do is, if you were subscribed and you won, I would find a way to get you something fun. We get you taken care of. Yeah, come to the U.S. and claim asylum from the U.K. That's what we should just tell everybody. Everybody who lives in Europe that doesn't want to be there anymore, be like, just move to the U.S. Just come here and be part of us, one of us. Bents, no. Unless you want it to be. If it makes you more comfortable to say it's airsoft, then sure, it's airsoft. But if you like things that are a little bit spicier than airsoft, they definitely are not airsoft. Yeah, air lead. But yeah, that would be great. Trump is going to get it going. Asylum for Europe. Europe can continue to spiral into the next Sharia law mecca, because that's kind of what's going on. Okay, so we got 55. We're at 64 minutes. I know, like I told my wife I would not go past 8 o'clock. So we have 20 minutes left to do a stream. So hopefully we can I don't know if we're going to get to another 145 likes to do a giveaway. But I appreciate everyone who has liked this stream. I think we've gotten some new subscribers. And I think we may be getting close to 11,000. I don't think we're quite at 11,000 yet, but we're almost to 11,000. Johan, are you talking to me? If you are, then yes, and I'm staying up past my bedtime because it pisses you off. Anyhow, I'm excited. I'm glad that I was able to do the live stream tonight. It's been a while. I'm probably not gonna do one tomorrow. Maybe I might do one tomorrow because it's Halloween. I mean, why not? But most people are probably gonna be busy with their kids. I don't know. Or going to parties and getting smashed. It's Halloween on a Friday night. Like that's like a big that's like a golden opportunity. Halloween on a Friday night. Usually it's like, because it's almost any other day. If it's not on a Friday or a Saturday, it's the party is on the Friday night or the Saturday night before Halloween. But when it's actually on Halloween, that makes for a good thing. Hey, somebody send Alex Napper $10. Somebody do that. That'd be awesome. Go help Alex out. Go send him $10. Or 3 people send him $3. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to give away the pistol. I'm excited to get it. I'm excited to actually go shoot it. So Stifler, I'm really excited to go shoot it, and I'll shoot my other pistols.
I finally thought of the thumbnail for the debt.
Oh, let me see.
It's going to have to involve
Yes,
this.
that's a good one. That's a good one.
Just put my face over it.
Yeah, just put your face over top of the
Live
group.
streaming at 8:30 bare max.
Oh yeah. Easy Man Games is going to be live streaming at 8:30. Thank you, Alexander. No, I'm going to stay up. I got to trigger more people. What's going on, Relinquished? Hey, we got 55. Hey, we're going back up. I like that. I like that we're going back up in things. That would be a lot of your family members. No, I actually don't kick anybody out, Johan or Sculio. I didn't see what you argued. But I have like 5 MREs. Vacationer, it's actually a flare launcher. It is an emergency tool. See? Right here. See, there's no high explosive on it. It's a flare. So just like you would put on a boat. These are the same flares that you can put in a flare gun for a boat. You can just use these. Same ones. Safety flares. Hey, you know what? I'm not saying that MREs are the best, but MREs are not expensive, and they are a great way to like prepare for an emergency. Because like one MRE should feed a person. Like you can eat an MRE across a whole day. So like 7 MREs is a week's worth of food, and they'll fit into a backpack, really small type. Sulio, I am. Mr. N, I am a veteran. In fact, I'm so much a veteran, I'm not out of the military yet. I'm still in the reserves. So, yeah, like $30 a case. Thank you, Sulio. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm in the Air Force Reserve, so I still do that. I'm just a computer guy. I'm not anybody that fancy. But this is what I really like to do. I would like to get to the point where this is my everyday job instead of doing computer stuff. I got you, Sulio, dude. Dude, seriously, I'm also on X. I mean, I showed a picture of my X handle, my Twitter handle. I deal with people being asses. I love when we get trolls and asses in here. It actually helps the channel. It's one of the best things. Like, if you guys ever create content, having trolls hop into your stream is like the best thing ever that can happen to your stream. Like, they'll come on and they start just talking, and then other people come on and they start dogging too, and you're like, yeah, dude, I'm totally gay, you know, because they'll say things like, you're gay, you got a tiny penis. And I'm like, I do have a tiny penis, but I have lots of guns. You're just sad with a tiny penis, you know, things like that. Yes, somebody mentioned first space patch right here, Alex Johnson. Actually, a friend of mine when I was deployed last year, she gave me the Army space patch. So I said Space Army, and she's like, we're not Space Army, and I was like, you just don't want to be like. You don't want to be like Space Force when I call you Space Army. So, troll lives do matter. Yeah. Yeah. If you have a problem with like really loose bowels, MREs will fix that. MREs will fix that. This is an Amazon silicone ring. So because of some of the things that I do with my computer job. I don't want to accidentally like short any of the computers or boards, and patch panels and things that I work on. And then also these are cheap. And I used to have a couple of nice like, I had like a really nice, what's the wood from Hawaii? I had a ring that was made out of wood and it was laid in tungsten. And then I had a stainless steel ring that was really cool. And I lost those, and they were expensive. So it was like, I'm not going to buy an expensive ring ever again. I'm just going to buy a cheap pack of silicone rings, and I can just keep it on. If it goes bad, then I'll just buy a new one. So that's why I have a little girly green silicone ring. I used to have a pink one, and my wife said that was too girly. So I wore this one because it's fun, and it's bright, and I won't lose it. So, yeah. Yeah, Space Army, it was fun to say that whenever she was around. I was like, hey, Staff Sergeant. It was like, how is it in the Space Army? She'd be like, shut up. Thank you, Gerald, and welcome to the channel. I'm glad you're having a good time. So, where are we at? We're at 60 likes. Do you think we can get 40 likes in the next 12 minutes? Can we get 40 likes in 12 minutes? And we'll do our, yeah, the koa wood. That's it. Koa wood. I can't remember. My daughter has a ukulele made out of koa wood, and I can't remember it. But I also can't remember like what I ate for breakfast yesterday. But yeah, what are some things when we do the giveaway? So we're going to do the giveaway for the pistol on November 23rd. But what are some other things that we can do? I think I need to give away. So I'm going to do the giveaway on the pistol. But I think we need to give away, like, we'll give away a hat that day. We'll give away a mug. Let's say we give away a mug. Maybe I'll even grant Yoko's wish, and we'll give away a couple of these hatchets. Maybe we'll make it fun so that a couple of people, maybe we'll do like 10 things that we give away that day. That way a couple of people get some kind of fun below average Utah dad Christmas presents. But yeah, I think that'll be cool if we do that. So mark your calendars. Pistol giveaway, November 23rd. I'll make sure to do posts about it on YouTube. I'll do a couple shorts about it. We'll make sure that we post it on the Facebook page. on Instagram, on X, because I'm on all those things. The only one I'm not on is TikTok, because TikTok in China. I really, really hope. Oh. Rock, what do you have it installed on, bud? Sorry, I just saw your question. I'm sorry, I was monologuing. This is actually one of my favorite things to do too on the live streams, is to try to help out. What is the scope? It's a Ruger 308 bolt. I'm assuming it's a bolt action and not an AR. Does it have? Is it a traditional barrel, or does it have a Picatinny rail on top? Okay, it's floating barrel with a rail. It's not your mount, right? You've got it mounted. Like the scope is mounted solid, right? It's not, you're not having any issues with the mounts coming loose or anything like that. Okay. Okay, so it's mounted good. What's the magnification on the scope? Nice reference, Stifler. Okay, so up to 8x, so 1x to 8x. So make sure when you're sighting it in, that it's at 1x. Is the eye relief, have you got the eye relief where you want it? For where it's mounted? Good clear picture and all that fancy stuff? Okay, so if your eye relief is good and you've got it on 1x, so always when you're sighting in an optic like this, always sight in at 1x. What is the range that you're sighting it in at? There's a couple ways to do this. Are you sighting in at a very small target, or are you sighting in at a are you sighting in something this big, or are you sighting at something this big, and what's the range that you're sighting it at? Okay, so you got a 16-inch square, 100 yards. Did you bore sight it first? Yeah, I don't know that I would trust that then. So here's what I would do. Whatever your dials are set to, what I always recommend is if the dials have like a zero height adjustment, if you can set it to just 0 for the height, for the up and down, and then there's a 0 for windage for left and right, I would just set it to 0 right now. If you're going to do regular bore sighting, you can do this at your house. Just find a long room in your house or a long hallway, and you can bore sight it on that lowest magnifications from the furthest point in your house to the one spot to the next. So that's what I would do for the bore sighting. You could do that in your house. Once you have that, I have the little laser cartridge where it's just like you hit the little, you hit the flip the switch or twist it, and it just turns on a laser. So you can do that. The problem with the laser is that at 100 yards, a laser that's, you know, the size of a pin, or a pen, like a ball pen, is going to be like 4 or 5 inches at 100 yards, if you can see it. So that's why I don't like using those laser bores beyond like 50 yards. If you're sighting at 50 yards, I would say you're probably solid. But unless that laser is doing like an LED that's smaller than a ballpoint pen tip, it's probably that big, and so your scope is hitting it, and you're going, oh yeah, it's in there, but you're all over in here, which still, like, for that's 3 or 4 MOA. That's not bad. If you're hunting, that's fine. That'll be sufficient. But yeah, Rodney brings up a good point. Are the adjustments for point of impact? What are they for? Yeah, fell 100%. No, so Rock, to bore sight, if you don't have that laser, you can just use your eyeball. You can bore sight with your eye, so you can just straight up look down your bore, as long as it's kind of propped up and it's not moving around your barrel. Okay, pull out your bolt. You can look down your barrel, just line up your piece of paper, your target in your house. All right, and then just put your scope at the center of the target. So if I've got like my Constitution that's over here on the wall, if I use that as an example, if I went to the far side of my house, because I've got a hallway, I've shown you guys, I've got a hallway that's like, it's about 30 yards for that hallway. It's about 100 feet from the end of the, if I go to the room that's at the end of the hallway, to the far end of the hallway, and the room that's at the opposite end. If I put a piece of paper up on the wall, I can look down the barrel, I can set it on one of my desks, or a chair or something. I can get some pillows or whatever so it doesn't move around. I can look down the barrel and set up a piece of paper on the wall and put that as close to the center of the barrel as possible. And then I can just go onto the scope and I can adjust it so that the crosshair is on the center of that piece of paper. That's a decent bore sight. From there, you should be able to get your paper dialed in for the actual magnification. Field, it sure is. Aaron, hey, how's it going? Sorry about it, I was answering somebody's question. It's like 5 inches. Can't seem to get it consistently tighter. Yeah, it could be your ammo. If it's a new barrel, it could be the barrel needs to be broken in a little bit more. The grooves might be, because like grooves are sharp, and sometimes there's burrs in the grooves, just like little teeny ones. The barrel might need to be smoothed out a little bit by shooting more. And like I don't ever assume that it's the shooter, but it might also just be that it's a new gun, and so the way that you're pulling the trigger and everything, it might just be a little different. It might just be recoil management. Okay, so it's not moving in between shots. How many rounds have you put through it? I still need to do my push-up video. Yeah, give it a bore spike. You're at 100 round, dude. Like, I know 308 isn't cheap, but Like, get to, thank you, Fel. It is. It sucks, man. It sucks how expensive everything is. Ammo, like, weapons. Trust me. That's why I tell people to buy inexpensive and upgrade. But Rock, maybe see how it's doing. Do the bore sight thing. Maybe change up the ammo just a little bit. Try a different ammo, but see what it is like at like how it's shooting at like 150 rounds. Because some barrels, like for whatever reason, like every gun's different. Sometimes it's the trigger, sometimes it's the barrel, sometimes it's the ammo. Most of the time, it's kind of a combination of multiple things. Like, you know that it's mounted well, you know that it's in a brace, or it's in a gun mount. It's like it's not moving around, so it's probably a mix of like new barrel, new gun, new trigger mechanism. You know, maybe it's like when you're pulling the trigger, maybe the firing pin is just it's a little, you know, it's a little less reactive. The springs might be tight, and so it's causing a little bit of a jerk. Like, who knows? Yeah, try if you've got an inexpensive scope, throw a cheap scope on it. Or if you've got some iron sights, like set it up for iron sights. If it's shooting well with the iron sights, then you know it's not the barrel. So, all right, everybody. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna try to go live again later this week because I haven't been live in a while, and you guys know that I like to do more than one live a week. We might do a live tomorrow night just because it's Halloween, and you know, whatever we get, we get. But let's go ahead and end the stream. Appreciate everybody who's 8 more hours of live, please. Sorry, Godfather, but let's go ahead. We'll end our stream tonight. If we can, we'll try to go live tomorrow or tomorrow night. But I will be live on Saturday or Sunday. And I appreciate everybody who's joined in. Appreciate all the new subscribers we got tonight. I think we're probably broke, so I think we're only like 30 away from 11,000. So I think we probably broke 11,000 tonight. And like I said, once we hit 12,000, I'm going to give away the extra optic that I have. And later this month, or sorry, not this month, but next month, November 23rd, we're doing our pistol giveaway. Keep an eye out for the announcements. Keep an eye on Twitter, or X, on Facebook, Instagram. You guys have all the social medias. You know that I'm there. We're going to make sure that it's very well publicized. I want as many people there as possible. We're going to try to get even more subscribers, and it'll be really fun. I'm going to do a video once I get the slide. We're going to go take it out. I'm going to get it, try to get that optic dialed in so that it's shooting well, and we're having fun, and you guys can see what it's like. And yeah, I'm excited for that, to give that away so that somebody has a new pistol for Christmas. And remember, all you have to do is subscribe to get entered to win the Glock clone. And if you want extra entries, you just have to be a member. So whatever your membership level is in the month of November, or when we do the drawing, when we do the spinning wheel, if you are a $1 member, you get 2 entries, or you get 3 because you get 2 entries because you get 1 entry for every $1 you spent on your membership and 1 entry for being a subscriber. If you gift away memberships, I'll give you 2 memberships for every $1 that you gifted. If you have a $25 membership, you get 25 extra entries. The best way to do it is to buy buy $20 worth of entries and get, or $20 worth of memberships, and then you get 40 entries. So, Crank, the creator. No, it's a Mossberg 930. Crank, yes, I'm actually getting ready to jump off the stream. I've been going for about an hour and a half. I do like Glocks and Glock variants. That's why we're giving away the PSA dagger in November. So if you're subscribed, you have a chance at winning. If you know anybody that wants to win potentially a Glock, tell them to come subscribe. Check out the channel. There's lots of ways to get extra entries, and we're going to be giving it away a little bit before Thanksgiving. So on Sunday, November 23rd, and we're gonna send it to the FFL of your choice. All you have to do is pass your background check. I'm sending it through my FFL to your FFL. So you have to pass the background check. You have to fill out a 4473 to get the pistol. But yeah, so you'll fill out the 4473. You'll get it from your FFL. All you'll have to do is pay the FFL transfer fee, which is probably like $25. So if you are 15, you cannot win. But if you have a family member that is okay with having a pistol, you know, we can send it to a family member that can pass a background check. Or if you would prefer something else, like if you end up winning when we're doing the giveaway, we'll probably do something like give away a Nintendo Switch or something like that. Yeah, so we'll make it work. But yeah, I'm excited. I think a lot of people are excited. I said I'd do it when we hit 10,000 subscribers. Channel's only been around for about 9 months, and we're getting about 1,000 subscribers every month. So I'm hoping that soon we hit that exponential growth mark and we start getting, you know, 200 or 300 subscribers every live stream. That would be great. But I'm excited to give away the pistol, and I'm excited to see you guys there. So I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Stay zesty, stay sexy. Go watch more of the videos. Help us buy a 1911, and stay tuned. November 23rd, pistol giveaway. Always carry every day. Always carry the round in the chamber. Stay sexy. Trippin' Fox. Hi, man. I'm getting ready to end the stream, but I did see that you said it, so I'll give you a shout out. Trippin' Fox. Rodney, CTS Firearms Archery. What's going on, Frosty? We're getting ready to close up. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll try to go live a couple more times this week, now that I'm feeling better. Love you guys. Thanks for coming by.